Hey there. So I've been talking a lot recently about self-care. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to pull from the prescriptions that I give to people most frequently. And what I have seen again and again is that when you follow these 10 steps that I'm about to give you, you get a greater connection into feeling better more quickly. So I have so much content in this topic that I've actually broken it up into 2 videos. So this is self-care part 1. If you want to do these one every week for the next 10 weeks, that's great. If you want to do all of them at once, fantastic. Please approach this however you wish to give you a more clear plan on how to start feeling better and get yourself moving in the direction of better self-care. The first place to begin that's most important is to create more stillness in your life. If you already have a meditation practice, you can check this off your list. If you're interested in meditation, you can check out my meditation album on iTunes or Amazon, or you can also look at the video I've created here on meditation. You can also look on YouTube at the tons of videos here on meditation as well to get you excited and inspired about different forms that might work for you. You can also just begin in the morning, 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night, just doing nothing, watching the flame of a candle, watching the leaves blow in the window, following your breath. All of this is extremely important. Why is this important? We're moving in a world that is filled with a lot of noise and moving very quickly. With all of that noise and chaos, it can be very difficult to slow down and actually hear and connect with your highest self. So this is why it's very, very important to begin to create more stillness and slowness in your life. Step number 2, nature. Spend more time in it. Take walks in it. Go outside more. If you live in an urban area, the beauty of this country is that in so many urban areas there are parks. So I ask you, I inspire you to really go and start exploring those parks, spending time there. I remember when I lived in New York City and it was difficult, about an hour for me on a subway to get to a park. And what I would do is I would just look outside my window and watch the leaves of this tree, and it would really, really help ground me and center me. You can also just fill your workspace, your living space with more plants. You can commit to buying more bouquets, maybe one a week, just to bring that nature and freshness into your life more. Why? Why is being around nature so important? Nature has an intensely grounding and calming effect. So this is really important when we're wanting to connect into our intuition and we're wanting to just feel better and get a sense of clarity. Step number 3. Clean eating. So at this point, you most likely have a sense of what is good for you and what is not good for your body. If you don't really have a sense of what that is, a really fun thing to do is to do an intuitive check-in around food. Place something in front of you, either at the supermarket or before you're about to eat, and you can ask your body, is this something that's good for my body right now? See if your body leans towards the food or away. Most likely, you already know what is really good for your body. So this step is about giving you the opportunity to really focus on and give yourself permission to start weaning out the things that are no longer good for you. NASA says it takes about 30 days to shift any habit, so take the next 30 days and commit to exploring. Maybe you don't know if dairy is good for you. Take it out and then add it in 30 days. See how you feel. Maybe you're unsure about gluten. For me, I've known for a long time that refined sugar is not something that's good for me. So at first I started just taking it out during my work week, and I would have it on Saturday. But now over a period of time, I no longer like refined sugar, and so it's just no longer of interest to me. However, I have a huge amount of compassion for the addictive qualities of food, and so I understand that it's important to take things slowly over time and really begin letting go of the substances which no longer serve you, which don't fill you up, which don't bring you nutrients and a sense of rejuvenation. Why is this so important? If we are driving around in a vehicle of our beautiful, amazing body, and we're filling it with junky gas, it is really hard to connect into our higher self. It is really hard to hear all the information that we really need to find the clarity and the best steps that we need to bring us towards happiness and towards more abundance, towards more health, towards more fulfilling relationships if we're driving around in a car that's full of junk. So move forward in step number 3 and really commit to taking the steps that you know that you need to on a gut level that will help you bring in more clean and nutritious food. Number 4, spend more time with human beings. On average now, Americans spend about 50 hours a week in front of a cell phone device. Yikes. There's a whole nother video series on the social repercussions and health repercussions of that fact. But the truth is, and you know this truth, we need to spend more time with each other. Okay, now again, just like with food, you can start to do these in slow ways, right? So I started first by just moving the Wi-Fi out of my home. I started using my cell phone less and less. I used to be someone that would check my cell phone when I wasn't working, I don't know, every few minutes. And it got to the point where it was so distracting, where I had a baby, and that is a real fast way to start moving things out of your life that don't serve you. And so over time, I've gotten to the point where I just talk on corded phones and just use Ethernet computers, because for me, all that noise interrupts all the pathways and it affects all the ways that I take in intuitive information. So whatever works most for you, but start being real with yourself. With when you start taking away the times that you spend in front of those screens, start seeing how you can honor that desire for connectivity. Whenever you're reaching out for those screens, and of course, technology is so powerful and miraculous. It's the way that I'm reaching you right now. I love movies. I love television. Right? All these things are wonderful. However, there has to be a way that we can start doing this less and becoming more interactive with each other. So find what it is for you that starts feeling better when you start moving these devices more out of your life and start connecting with humans. Whenever you're reaching out, you're just really wanting to connect. And so see if you can do that in ways that are really, truly more fulfilling and more healthy for you. Why is this so important? We need each other. We were never meant to do this alone, and it's important that we remember this in human-to-human contact and reestablishing the ways that we can help reunite with one another. That gets us feeling better. Step number 5 is more movement, more inspired movement. So frequently I have people say to me, well, I can't get to the gym. I hate going to the gym. Well, why go to the gym if you don't like going to the gym? If you like going to the gym, go to the gym, right? Look forward to things that get you feeling better, moving in your body, right? And add that in at least 3 more times into your life. Why is this important? We are at the moment a bit oxygen deprived. We are at the moment needing these endorphins so hugely that come from inspired movement. Dancing, right? Yoga, Tai Chi, Pilates, it doesn't matter. What is it that gets you feeling good in your body? And commit to it now more, and I promise you, you'll be feeling better in no time. These are all things that you know, all things that I'm going over that you know, and I'm just putting them into this plan so that you can tackle them beat by beat. You start adding them in more, and you will start feeling better and better and better and better and better. The final step, that was the final step to part 1. So that is it for part 1. Please stay tuned for part 2 and take the time to share your success stories here, right? We are a community that is really benefited by communication. So take your time here and let us know exactly how these steps are helping you, how they're assisting you to feel better in your life. Okay. Bye-bye.